corporate strategy. For terms of corporate strategy, we're only thinking about a plan that the business needs to put in place to be ahead of its competitors. That's what theories of corporate analysis are about, or strategy is about. We've talked about Porter's, we've talked about Answer. Now, the focus is that we have the product. How is our product faring in the market? How is the product doing? Is it doing well or not? To know if your product is doing well, you have to compare that product with those of its competitors. So to do this, you might use the Boston Matrix. But before we go into Boston Matrix, what is product analysis itself? I wrote, product analysis is a method of categorizing different products made by a business into spots where they fit into the strategic plan of the business. In as much as we produce the product, it means we need a plan for that product. And if the product is not doing well, it means our plan for that product, it's not yielding. It means we failed in that aspect. So we need to analyze to know or to measure the performance of the business or the product, sorry. So to do that, we need our Boston Matrix. So what's a Boston Matrix? A Boston Matrix allows a business to categorize its products into cash cow, into dog, into star, and question mark. So we're going to take one at a time. We start with the stars. So before going to the stars, in the market itself, because we sell to customers, it means the market will have customers. It means the market will need some shares. So we have customers in the market. How many customers do we have? Oh, we have 1,000 customers. How many customers are you able to gain as a product? How many customers are you able to gain as a business? That's your market share. So it means in that market we're talking about, we need a market share. And that does not end there. In that market, we need to understand if the market has the tendency to grow or the market does not have the tendency to grow. So when we're talking about Boston Matrix, we have to categorize it into two: the market share and the potential for growth in that market. So does the market have the potential to grow? If yes, then what kind of products do we have in that market? Or does the market doesn't have the potential to grow? We get to know. So how are we going to be able to know? We get to know through the categories. The first one is the stars. Why do we call them stars? We call them stars because they are in a market that has the potential to grow and they have the highest market share. Do we understand stars? Yeah. Stars. You know star, right?
Yeah.
So they are stars because they are in a market that has the potential to grow, and at the same time they have the highest market share in that market. Do we understand stars here? Yeah. Go to cash cow. Why do we call them cash cow? We call them cash cow because these products, they have a high market share, but in a market that the potential to grow is less. Do we understand cash cow here? They are the leader. Yes.
What do you mean by low or high market share?
Low or high market, that means the percentage of market share is.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, market share is your total brand sale. Total brand sale divided by the total market sale multiplied by 100. So this is where you have how many did you sell? That's your market share. Yeah. So your percentage, yes? Can you just stop that already and focus here? Focus, yes? I'm just giving an example with the formula. There's a formula for market. The question he had, so I'm coming to you. The question he had is, what do I mean by low market share or high market share? Market share is determined by the number of customers you have. So how do you decide that? You decide it through the market share itself, which is your total brand sale divided by the total market sale multiplied by 100. So what are you able to sell in that market? IKS is a school for international students, yes or no? Yes. So how many international students are in Libya? For example, let's say 10,000. So out of the 10,000, that is the total market sale, 10,000 students. So how many students does IKS has? Maybe 1,000. So it will be 1,000 over the total number of students in international schools multiplied by 100. So the percentage is what we're talking about as your market share. Yeah, do you want to ask a question?
Is it the product that has a high potential, or is it the product is
no, the market.
Potential?
No, the market. The market is where we talk about potential. If it's a market.
So the product is the one with the high market share, but the potential is the market.
The potential is in the market, yes. Does the market have the ability to expand or not?
No.
So if the market has the tendency to increase, that means it has the potential. So how are you doing in that market as a product? That is the point. So if in that market that has a high potential to grow, you have a high market share in that market, you are a star. Why are you a star?
Yes. For example, crypto. Crypto is a high potential growth market. since it's always on the rise?
We won't talk about crypto because crypto doesn't have a product portfolio. We're talking about different products of a company. So how does your products do in that market? That is what we're talking about. The company is company A. Company A has 7 kinds of products that are not the same. So how are these products compared to those of your competitors? So where is the product? Where are these products? Are they in a market that has the potential to grow, or they are in a market that is having a low growth? So your product is going to the market, yes or no?
Yeah.
Please get what I'm saying here. Your product is going into the market. The market your product is going to, does it have the potential to grow, or is the market that is not growing? That is the potential here. So if the product is going to a market that has the potential to grow, and the product is doing well, it's having a high market share, it means the product is a star. Because in that market, there's competition in that market. The growth in that market is increasing. And you are able to have a high market share there. It means you are doing well, you are a star. Do you get it?
So here's high market share means
A star is a product that is doing well, that is having a high market share in a market that has a high potential to grow.
High market share with high potential.
Yes, that is a star.
Then for cow is high market share with a low growth.
Yeah, so a cow, both of you will leave the class soon. A cash cow is a product that has a high market share in the market that the growth is low. There's no potential to grow in that market. That makes it a cash cow. So you are categorizing your product. You want to know your product, the kind of product you have, because it has to meet the strategic plan of your business. So you're not just going to continue to produce products that are not making waves. You need to improve. You need to make revenue from your product. So how are you going to be able to know if the product is going to make revenue or not? You get to know through this. So if the product is in a market that it has potential to grow, why is your product not selling? If your product is not selling, then there's a question mark.
Yes.
The question mark. The tendency to grow is there. Then why are you not doing well? Then there's a question mark. Something is missing, something is wrong. So these are questions you are asking that you want to give answers to. You want to find answers to. Because you have a strategic plan to be ahead of your competitors. If you want to be ahead of your competitors, you have to do well than them through the products you sell. That is why you have to categorize your products. Are we getting it now, please? So for stars, we already know. For cash cow, it has a high market share, but
So, an example of cash cow, let's say petrol. Petrol is right now doing good and it's expensive, but it's in a low growth market as everything is started to be electricity and futuristic.
yes, but you have to, now, based on what you said, you need to have a company that has petrol, that has diversified, that has different product portfolio, which petrol is part of it. Then the business will decide if the product is cash cow or dog or star or question mark. Do you get it?
Yes.
It's not just talking about a product that is selling. It needs to be part of our product portfolio. So it means our business has product this, product A, product B, product C, which petrol is part of it. So how is petrol doing? Our sales of petrol, how is it in the market? So that is when you start categorizing your products. Because petrol is a commodity on its own, which is made by a certain business. So the business has petrol as a product portfolio with other products. So it is left for the business to check how petrol is doing in the market. That is when it starts categorizing or analyzing its product portfolio. So that's when you mention crypto is a name. It's a name that you cannot call a product
It's not
portfolio.
a business or a product.
Do you understand? That's why we cannot use it here. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes. Then we have, I already explained question mark, which means a product in a market that has the potential to grow, but it's not doing well, it has a low market share. So that's a question mark. And the last one is the dogs. Dogs are products that are in a market that does not have the potential to grow, and they're also having a low market share. Yes?
So, do newcomers in the market, do they start off as dogs?
come out, that's why I told you. This analysis is about you as a business, not your competitors. Your products, how does it do in the market? So you might be a new entrant and still do well. So it's not about the business itself, it's about a product that the business has by ensuring it's able to analyze it, to know if it has to continue doing the business or stop doing producing the product or stop producing the product. So I made an example here. So like a dog is in a market that does not have the potential to grow, and it's also having a low market share. It's not like the cash cow. It's not like the cash cow. The cash cow here is in a market that is low, that has a low potential to grow, but it has a high market share. That is a cash cow, right? So why can't the dog be a cash cow? That is the point. So if there's a cash cow in that market and the dog is there, so the dog should be discontinued because the cash cow has all the market share with it. Do we get it?
Yeah.
So you need to discontinue this product because this product doesn't have any potential in it. It's just going to increase your cost every now and then because you continue to spend on this. Your cost of production will continue to increase, but the product is not giving you return on your investment. So it is better for you to stop this product. But you wouldn't stop if you are unable to categorize the product. That is the point. So you have the stars, you have the question mark, you have the cash cow, you have the dogs. Both the dogs and the cash cow are in a market that has low growth potential. They don't have potential to grow. Both the stars and the question mark are in a market that has the potential to grow. But how are they doing in that market? The stars are doing well. They have the highest market share. So they are doing well. So they can also use some strategy like market penetration to gain more customers. They have the highest market share, yes or no? But it doesn't end there. They could be the market leader. They could increase their sales.
What's the meaning of naming them dogs and question marks and stars?
That is according to Boston. Boston named them.
Boston.
Yeah. So what we need to know is that we are able to understand that in the Boston matrix, we have the market share and the market itself, which is about growth. So if the market is growing, how do we do in the market? We are supposed to do well. If we're not doing well, we are a question mark. So a question mark will become what? A star. That is what it means. A question mark will become a star. You only need to strategize. A question mark should not be left or should be taken away from the market.
Then you know what's wrong with
You need to find out because there's potential in the market. The market is there to explore.
So they have to investigate to find out what's
They have to. So you wouldn't be able to do that without categorizing your product. So do you understand Boston matrix now?
Yeah.
Yes.
The stars, the question mark are in the market that has the potential to grow. But the star is doing well. The question mark is having a low market share. The cash cows and the dogs are in the market that has low growth potential. The cash cow is doing well because it has the highest market share. The dogs are not doing well. So the dogs are supposed to be discontinued. You can't continue with it. This market is not going to grow. So why do you want to continue investing in that market? Before you know it, there won't be anything left for the dogs because the cash cow has the highest market share.
If you know what's wrong with the dog, make it check.
Most of the time, the dog, you have to discontinue. The market is not going to grow. So what's the point investing in something that is not going to grow? Because you need the market itself.
Yeah.
The market is needed. Because you're going to sell in the market. So the market is needed. If the market is not going to grow, there's no point being in that market. Is it clear?
Yes.